Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday, December 13th, 2017. It was a little bit cold last night here. We got down to, it was 8 degrees this morning when we woke up, so it was definitely chilly this morning. And right now, they're saying in town it's 20, so it's probably about 14 up here. There's always about a 6 to 8 degree difference in the temperature from where we are. So I got to show you. I got my Yankee mug, drinking my tea because I'm super happy and want to welcome Giancarlo Stanton to the Yankees. We are going to have one heck of a lineup as far as hitting goes. Need to make sure our pitching is squared away too. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm sure the Yankees will take care of that in the meetings. I've been in touch with Mr. Steinbrenner, and he said that they're going to take care of that. I'm kidding saying that, guys. I've been a diehard Yankee fan since I was a very little boy. So anyway, so I figured I would do a fireside chat today because it is very, very cold outside. And I don't feel like standing outside to do the video. So anyway, I wanted to talk about a couple things, actually. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about, and this is something that I talk with Heather quite a bit about, and that's situational awareness. Okay, we have so many kids today that they're engrossed in their phones and they're not paying attention to what's going on around them, and that is definitely an issue. Or they have their phone and they have their headphones plugged into it and they're listening to their music and they're in their own little world. Well, we have a world out there that is not exactly always friendly, and there's a lot of predators out there. So knowing your situation and what's around you and what's going on, that's very important. I mean, you want to sit on your phone and put your headphones in once you're in the house and you're safe, I could care less. But if you're out there and you're walking home, or if you were, in town or wherever, you need to be aware of your surrounding and what's going on around you. So that's, I talked to her about that, and I just kind of wanted to put it out there for all you parents out there. That's something you should definitely talk about your kids with as well. I mean, I'm sure we've all seen the videos now of people walking and, like in the mall, and they, so engrossed in their phone they walked right into, water pools and into posts and every freaking thing else, and that's grown adults doing that. So that's just crazy. So, but that's definitely something that all of us need to be aware of. We need to be real cognitive of the fact that that's going on. There are dangers out there, and we need to be paying attention. And so I think if you make people think about those things more, it's definitely better for you in the long run. The second thing I really wanted to talk about was resources. Okay, obviously we've talked a lot about, I've done a lot of videos about having different resources available to you and how important that is, and but also knowing what resources are available to you within, let's say, 5 to 10 mile radius. Okay, let's even say 10 miles. What's out there that's potentially could be something that you could use, in a worst case situation. And again, it would depend on the situation. I mean, knowing what is available. Let's say there was, I'm going to give an example. Let's say there was a massive outbreak of some kind of a plague of some sort that killed off most of the people. And when I say most people, let's say, I don't know, let's say, 8 out of every 10 people. Okay? Well, there's going to be a lot of resources available at that point out there. So knowing what is available out there if you need to have it in that situation is really pretty smart to do. Like, I know of 3 locations where I could get solar panels if I needed to have them. And here's the thing, let me just be clear on something. I'm not going to go take them from somebody that's using them. That's number one, okay? That's not what I'm about. That's not who I am. But if I went up to a house and everybody was already dead, and they have those resources available, and it's something that I could use to help my situation out, absolutely, I'm going to, utilize those things. So, with what I have as far as solar right now is okay, but, if I doubled what I had right now, boy, life would be a lot better, okay? And obviously, again, it would have to not be an EMP type of an event, but like I said, if there was some kind of a flu outbreak of some sort or some kind of epidemic out there that was like wiping out most of the people, those things are going to be available to you. And so knowing what's out there, knowing who has propane tanks, that would be another thing. Knowing who has what animals, because maybe the animals aren't affected, and you would have to go into somebody's place there and basically rescue sheep or pigs or chickens or whatever it was. And obviously that is definitely something that you could utilize for yourself. So knowing who has what around you, and like I said, it's like I ride my motorcycle a lot, as you guys know. And when I do ride, I'm always looking what's out there, what's available. And like I said, I'm not looking to go and take it from anybody. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. But in a worst case scenario, when that type of situation happens, you're going to need to know where the potential to get goods that you need are. And there's going to be other people out there doing the same thing, and maybe other people are out there just taking. Okay, we don't, there's no way of knowing exactly how that whole thing is going to break down at that point. But knowing what's out there, knowing, okay, 0.2 of a mile from my house, this person has, a huge propane tank, and so that is definitely a resource that's available. A half mile away, this person has solar panels. So, it's just knowing what's there, the potential of that it could be something that you could use down the road. Maybe a mile away, somebody's got a little farm and they got a couple of cows and some sheep and stuff like that. And again, now you're talking, if it's a worst case scenario, and there's those sheep and those cows, and you would have to really be looking at rescuing them within a short period of time, because otherwise they're all going to be dead, number one. But then moving them and getting them back to where you are, and in the feed and everything else that you're going to need, that is a tall thing that you're going to need to do. It would be crazy. You hopefully have more than just yourself doing that. So, but the thing is, you're going to need those resources, and that's why, like I said, it's real important to have those resources if you have them or don't have them already. It's just like we're going to be adding chickens in the spring. That's going to be a nice resource to have, because we're going to have eggs. We're going to also have access to meat with the birds themselves, if need be. And but it's like if I have a dozen chickens, that's going to be a huge thing moving forward for us to be able to be more self-sustaining. And so those are things that you have to think about. And always moving forward, always making progress. That's real important as well. I mean, we just, but situational awareness is something I think is very important. And also knowing what resources are around you. Those are two things that are just really important. And it's not about trying to go, like I said again, it's not about going and trying to take something from somebody else. But if, depending on what the situation was and what happened, let's say if, you get to the spring, it's wintertime and something happens and you get to the spring, you're going to have a lot less people out there than you did when the winter started. I mean, that's just a fact. So that opportunity to go out and acquire resources that you can use for yourselves. I mean, realistically, what you would need to do at that point, you go see who's still around, and hopefully they're friendly or not friendly, you don't know, depending if, in your neighborhood or whatnot. And then you look and see what you could utilize out of their place if they're gone or if they're dead. You know, I mean, that's the reality of it. You would really have to look at what can I use, what's going to help us, the ones that are still alive. So those are things I want you guys to think about. Like I said, be aware and know what's around you. You know, that's really, really important. So anyway, I'm going to jump off of here for right now. And again, I'm going to mention this again. Legacy is doing their sale right now, and that runs through the 17th. So after today, you got 4 more days for the sale. It's 20% off of everything that they have. So if you're still looking to add to your Legacy long-term food storage, as far as freeze-dried foods, I highly recommend it. Like I said, I've had it myself. It's really, really good. So go check them out if you're interested. Okay, so I will put the link down in the description below. But I hope everybody's doing well. I hope your work week is starting well. And you know, we're already here. What's today? Wednesday already? Yeah, it's already freaking Wednesday. Wow. So it's the middle of the week already. You know, hang in there, guys. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. You know, it's just working at things methodically, doing the best you can, and you'll get there. Whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to do, you can reach them. Okay? So I will talk to you all tomorrow. I hope everybody's doing well. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.